right, man. Let's talk about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Is done deal. I'm gonna let you know some backstories to it. That's why I kind of waited for some of the information to come out, some stuff that you probably don't know, and how Coppinger broke the story. I'm not gonna get too personal, just let the person know who let me know. I'm not gonna talk about the messy shit, so you ain't gotta worry about that. So I had people say, "Well, I thought you was gonna say this." I told you, on my, my word is my bond. Shout out to Kobe in New York, son. My word is my bond, kid. And and but yeah, man, I want to speak I want to speak on the situation. So obviously, as you know, Mike Coppinger broke the news yesterday. Still on my screen. This day loaded. About Spence-Crawford fighting. Now it was some stuff going out there where I was telling y'all that they possibly wasn't gonna fight. Or they were talking about fighting in December. Sound like Terence Crawford was trying to throw people for a loop, and Team Crawford was trying to throw people for a loop. Um, and I'm gonna tell you kind of how this got done. So you hear breaking news: Terence Crawford, Errol Spence have agreed to a deal for a fight for undisputed welterweight champion on July 29th from Las Vegas T-Mobile Arena. ESPN source tell ESPN Al Heyman, who advises Spence and CAA's Ish Henson. Now pay attention to the CAA hints. Ish Henson, Crawford advisor, would deliver the most anticipated boxing match since Mayweather Pacquiao in 2015. So, um, so pay attention to that name. We gonna talk about that. But so you get in the fight at the T-Mobile Arena. Um, and just to give you some context, in CAA, which is the Creative Artists Agency, they represent Devin Booker, Jalen Brunson, Robert Covington, Seth Curry, Paul George, Gary Harris. Shout out to him with the Michigan State. Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Green, Paul George. Um, and I want to say, they represent Zion Williamson too. So I think they represent Zion Williamson as well. Yep, they represent Zion Williamson. So a lot of different guys. Jay Nivey of Detroit Pistons. Y'all know I'm a Piston fan. Jaren Jackson, Kyle Kuzma, Chris Paul, Jordan I got Punch Pool, D'Angelo Russell, Julius Randle, Cat, Wiggins, Zion, Jonas Valanciunas, D'Angelo can't hit shit, Russell. So that's kind of like, and that's part of it. That's a real powerhouse agency. Um, you know, that's a real powerhouse agency, bro. Um, so just to kind of give you some context and kind of, what Bud went to go get. Now, I was said that Bud was kind of messing with uh what was it? I get them mixed up. Star Wars banner boxing promoter Joe Longardia, whatever. And he was trying to help him out. That was rumors. Now, I got some intel on this, which I don't do that. Make you wait to the end, shit. I should, but I don't even get down like that. So yeah, I was patient. I was patient about it, bro. Um, I wasn't gonna stop my live on my other channel yesterday. Um, to do this, bro. I wanted to wait till the information come out. I ain't rush to do a video. I could have did it, but hey. Um, went to watch Avatar: Last Airbender. Shit is what it is. Great TV show, both of them, but not the movie. But so apparently I heard that Bud Advisor is a lawyer with CAA. That's how Cop got the scoop. Cop is also a client at CAA. There you go. So he's also a client at CAA. Now, one of the reasons that kind of made me believe that this might be accurate, all right, is because Mike Coppinger, right? Mike Coppinger, um, you know, did an interview with Bud. Remember that? When all this shit was going on not too long ago, he did an interview with Bud. So don't forget that he did an interview with Bud. He sure did. He did an interview with Bud. So don't forget that. So Bud gave him exclusive. So I figured it was some type of connection there. Now, I'm not gonna say this part because I ain't starting shit. But he said a lawyer and Al worked out the Wilder Fury 2 and 3 deals. So he and Al are cool. So apparently Terence Crawford went to get somebody that also previously worked with Al Heyman. I'm not getting into the messy shit. I don't got time for that. These niggas be sensitive like Ralph Transvent. Um, so then, all right. So they had already worked together and worked out, Wilder Fury 2 and 3. Now, if you can read between the lines, you kind of know where this thing is going. Why? What part I skipped over with? If you can read between the lines, which I'm not going to insinuate nothing. If you read what I just said, that last line about Wilder Fury 2 and 3, you know where I'm going with this. All right. Or you knew I what part I skipped over. But like I said, if you can't read between the lines, don't DM me, don't ask me. Just think about what I said, about Wilder Fury 2 and 3. Just think about it for a minute, right? Ain't got shit to do with Bob Arum. The lawyer is his name is Ish Henson. He got the juice. He got Bud everything he wanted from Al. So there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So Bud, I think, kind of went through a few lawyers fucking with Al. He got to this guy. I don't know if this guy had always been in the fold, had they done business before or whatever. I can't tell you that. But what I can tell you is he got somebody who had previous success in a previous relationship with Al Heyman. And they said he got everything he wanted. Now it was a story going out there that he wanted more money, and that's why the fight wasn't gonna happen. But apparently this is Henson guy, he did his thing. I mean, that's a big agency for y'all who don't know. That's a big agency, bro. Real big agency. That's a real big agency, bro. I'm not sure if they got any NFL clients. I looked, I really didn't see much, but I was just, looking. You know, so but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm just saying, allegedly he went through a Rolodex of people helping him with this fight. I probably believe Star and Banner Boston probably had some experience with Al Heyman, I would guess. He had the rumor was he had like two lawyers, kind of fine tuning the contract. He went and got somebody that helped Tyson Fury, hint another hint again, get the fight that he was looking for. So, um, like I continue to say, bro, it was a long time coming. I mean, he couldn't have did this without Errol Spence. He could once again he couldn't have did this without Errol Spence. Once again he couldn't have did this without Errol Spence. Errol Spence had to be a willing participant in making this happen. Um, and at the end of the day, did it lose some pizzazz? Absolutely. Did it lose some razzle dazzle? I don't think people is excited. I think they lost the pinnacle. I think they missed the climax of excitement for this fight. I really do. Should have been at Raider Stadium. It's gonna be hot than a motherfucker out there on July 29th. That's what we can say. It's gonna be hot than a mug out there, bruh. You know, That's what we can say. So, it's really gonna be a test of conditioning. Even kind of, if they kind of closer to midnight, it cooled down fast as hell in Vegas though. But I plan on kind of going out there. Um, so yeah, I plan on going out there, bro. Prices look A1 for that time of year. I don't know because if it's hot. I went out there in the springtime a couple of years ago. So yeah, I plan on going out there as soon as they make an announcement. They put the tickets. If it don't come through, shit, guess what? I'm still in Vegas. So I'm about to plug my days in for that. Um, so yeah, I just took some days off and shit. Um, yeah, I'm gonna take a few more days off of that. I ain't seen people took 2, 3 whole weeks at a time. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Then again, Sean sent me some information. Uh, uh, so I'm pretty sure y'all heard this already. I heard Line Killer told me that Aki TV had put this out. So this really wasn't nothing new. But both Errol Spence and Terence Crawford had rematch clauses in their fight contracts for July 29th that must trigger within 30 days after the fight, which mandates a second fight occurs before the end of 2023. If they split two fights, a trilogy fight overwhelmingly likely via Coppinger. So told y'all that Coppinger got the scoop because he a CAA client. And like I said, I left a huge part out, but I'm not getting into that. But I kind of made some hints. Take it how you want to take it. But uh but uh but yeah, I mean, cool. I mean, they were trying to do a one-way rematch clause. He had way better leverage than Ryan Garcia had in negotiations. And Bud was very meticulous in this process, and it sounded like allegedly went through a few representatives, and he got a guy that worked with Al, had success, was cool with Al, and they worked it out. Like I told you, I was talking about some story. Oh yeah, the Lamar Jackson story. You know how they wasn't gonna let him be the highest paid quarterback by what his mom and himself represent himself. You got to understand and I was talking to Line Killer last night on the phone about this. What y'all got to understand is how this shit work is in the business world. It's all about connections. That's why you go to college. That's why it's important to get into a prestigious college. Is because it's about the networking. The networking is more important than the education a lot of the times. That's why fraternities and sororities are so important. And I was telling him, you hear Ebony K talk about she only want a boss nigga, right? Basically, I'm watering it down because I'm trying to get off here. And people got mad. Oh, you don't like blue collar dudes? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a social thing. You know what I'm saying? The average dude, you ain't gonna really unless you that deal. Like you look like you immaculate. You could be a model. You might get invited into those social groups without having a bag or without having the money or money the shit that come with it. Um, but excuse me, lost my train of thought. But a woman, even if she is solid 7 or say sometimes 6, she got certain assets. She just get brought in those social groups. So we already know. I don't have to break that down. How women don't have to bring anything to the table. Pause. Uh, Steve Harvey and Shannon Sharp. They, a lot of times get in those circles and they don't. They just got to bring their looks and or sometimes bring a certain asset, titties, ass, or just have an immaculate body, and now they can buy that and they get invited to those social circles, and they get to come up. Look at the little raggedy, regular looking chicks that Tiger Woods be bring coming up, letting come up off his ass. So you got to understand that too. That it's just social classes. So it's hard for dudes without money to get in those social classes. But to be honest, you really don't want to be in those social classes regardless. But long story short, it's all about the network. It's all about who you know. That's the most important thing in corporate America and probably international business in whole. So they got to fight. Plan on seeing y'all there so everything go A-OK. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially Want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.